Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. English is my passion. I'm Yati. To know me video, you're gonna get to know me in this video because there are so many questions that I have to answer, and I've got a lot of questions like on Facebook, Instagram, and also on YouTube, so I'm gonna answer all of them. But if there is any question like related to learning English, I'm gonna answer all of them in the next video, so please bear with me and let's get started. So we're gonna start with the first one, like what is my real name, because I've never talked about it before. I think I've never like introduced myself properly on this channel. So yeah, my real name is Dejavu. I don't like my first and last names, let's say, because these are just too simple. So I love the middle one though. That's why I always refer to myself as like Yadi, which is my middle name. I love it. And then my age. So I'm gonna be 21 on September 11th. Yeah, which is really around the corner, and I'm really excited about that. And then my hobby. So I don't really have a particular hobby that I stick to, but I think eating is my hobby because I don't know, I love eating. I'm a foodie. Like, I just when I'm free, like, and even if I'm not free, like I always think about food, is there anything to eat, or is there anything I can order online? So I'd say eating is my kind of hobby. And then the biggest life lessons you got from experience. The biggest life lesson, it's a good question. I think it's related to my parents, like because like when I was a teenager, I used to be so stubborn, and I used to throw a lot of tantrums. Like I wasn't satisfied with the way they treated me, like with I don't know, with the way they loved me even. So but then when I get older, I get to realize when I get older, like I realize like how much they love me, and I forgot to appreciate like my parents and their love. So I'd say, yeah, that's the biggest lesson. And if there's any teenager like watching my video right now, I like to advise you to like appreciate your parents because they just love you unconditionally. Even if they can provide you like with what you want, or even if they can give you what you want, they still love you unconditionally. And you might not understand what I'm saying right now, but when you're my age, hopefully you'll get to know it. Yeah. And then another one is, what is your ability and weakness? I think it means that what is my strength and weakness. So my strength is that what is my strength? I think I have a lot of strengths and also weaknesses as well. I don't have a specific one, but I think my weakness is that I procrastinate a lot. I tend to procrastinate. Like I tend to put off everything that I have to do until like I couldn't put it off anymore. So I think that's my weakness. And my strength is that I think I'm pretty good at like communication. I have pretty good like communication skills, so I'd say it's my strength. Okay, what do you do when you're depressed? When I'm depressed, or like not only depressed, when I feel down or when I feel miserable, I usually cry.
It's
I mean, I
crazy.
feel fine. I just cry myself to sleep every night.
Yeah, that's totally normal.
Like crying is my therapy. When I cry, I feel much better, and I feel like I can clearly think about like what I do need to focus on, or what I have to do to overcome that kind of, how can I say, depression, or to get rid of that situation. Because if I don't cry, I feel like there is a heavy burden on my shoulder, and I can't clearly think about anything. So crying is my strategy, it's my weapon. And then your favorite movie and why? So I'm not a movie person, so I don't have a like kind of a particular movie that I love, or but if I have to choose, I'd say like Friends. It's not a movie, it's a series, but I think all of the characters have different like vibes, and they all have a good sense of humor. So I really adore all of them. So my favorite series is Friends. And favorite song, yeah, actually, I've never ever like let a day go by without like listening to music or without listening to my favorite songs. I think songs or like music is also a kind of therapy. So I'd say my favorite song, like in the moment, it is Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. Yeah, by Billie Eilish. Happier than ever. What is important to you? My family is important to me, and also my career as well. And then next one, which one will you choose, your current career or language guide? I'm gonna like now I am an IT student, so I will be finishing like my IT degree, like but I'm not gonna work as an IT professional. I'm gonna work as an English teacher for the rest of my life because the main reason is because that's what I love to do. I love the English language. So, and do you have plan to study abroad? Currently, like I don't really have a plan to study abroad because the reason is that I can still study whatever I want to study or like everything related to my career even if I'm living in Myanmar, so because I can learn everything or I can study everything like on the internet, so I don't have a plan to study abroad. And then about your siblings. Okay, let's talk about my siblings. I have two elder sisters. I'm the youngest one in my family. The youngest one in my family, and I think there's a big age gap between us. Like there's a 10-year, approximately like 10-year age gap between my sisters and me. And your favorite idol? My favorite idol. Like I used to have a favorite idol, but no longer, like not anymore, but currently, like I really adore like Jennifer Aniston.
All right. Hi, I'm Jen Aniston.
Like I love her personality. She has a strong sense of like humor, and the way she treats like people, the way she overcomes everything like a kind of obstacle in her life is just so how can I say? It's just so inspiring, and I always look up to her. And also, there are so many people that I admire and that I look up to, but they're not my idols. And your dream, I don't really have a like, currently like I don't really have a dream or a goal that I'm trying to attain or that I'm trying to achieve or that I'm trying to chase. Like my goal, like in the moment, is just to live life to the fullest. Just to live as happily as I can. So yeah, that's my dream. And do you have your own motto in life? So yeah, I don't have my own motto in life, but there's a quote or like a motto that I really like, which is everything is temporary. Like I think it's very relatable because like when I was a teenager, again, I used to hold on to like things, especially like unnecessary things or like unimportant people, and that made me very tired. So that's why I decided to not hold on to anything. Just let things go, let everybody go if they don't want to stay in my life anymore. So yeah, I think because everything is temporary, like they're not gonna last forever, and that's just the way they are. So I think I need to, how can I say, get used to it. Do you have any plans to make another YouTube channel for your daily life? I love that question. If so, what kind of things would you like to share with us? Yeah, I do have a plan to make another YouTube channel. I've been thinking about it since a few weeks ago. Like, what a coincidence. So, I've already thought about the channel name, which is like 20s Diary, which is very simple, but I don't know. Now I'm in my 20s, so I think it's a good idea to name my channel as like 20s Diary. And when I become 30, I'm gonna change my name into like 30s Diary. Is it good? Anyway, but in terms of content, I really have no idea. Like, but I don't want my channel to be like ordinary, like to be an ordinary channel on YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a thought. Like, I don't know, like, but I really want my viewers like to get something from my videos. Like, that's basically my aim. And what about your future? Are you still a student, right? Yeah, I'm still a student. Like, I'm a fourth year IT student. And about my future, let's say, like,
A few moments later.
like to be honest, I don't think about my future that much. It's very strange, like for a youth like me. Currently, like I try to like stay in the moment. Like, I try to be present because I think it's the best way to live a happier life. Instead of dwelling on the past or like thinking about the future and worry about like what's gonna happen next, I think staying in the moments is staying in the moment is the best way just to live my life. So yeah. Are you in a relationship? What's your ideal boyfriend type? I'm not in a relationship, I'm single, and my ideal boyfriend type, like not boyfriend, but regardless of the gender, like I love people who are hardworking, like who work hard. I feel like, when a person is hardworking, they just look good in my eyes, they're just attractive. So I'd say a person who works hard, and also a person who doesn't take things seriously, because I'm not a person who takes things like seriously. So I'd say, yeah, that's my type. The character you don't like, I don't like people who are narcissistic, who are stingy, because I'm not stingy at all, and like who are nosy, like people who are interested in like other people's affairs so much. I don't really like that. Hello sister, nice to meet you. Can you post a video like your daily routines or morning routines, or how to spend your time with your family or something like that? I really want to know about that. Thank you for reading this. I want to see you in person and I want to talk with you for a long time. Thank you again. Have a nice day. Wow, that's so sweet. Gian Camilla, is it correct? Yeah, I want to see you in person as well. I think you're so sweet. I want to talk with you for a long time. Yeah, me too. And yeah, of course, I do have a plan to post like videos like that, like kind of, but on my new channel, maybe, on my 20s Diary channel. So please stay tuned. And the Mama Yadi, I want to know your daily routine. Are you a morning person? I mean, what time do you wake up and other things in your daily life? And how much time do you spend for English language every day? Okay, so hi blue light. So firstly, I'm not a morning person. I'm a night owl who is always trying to be a morning person. It's very funny, right? Who is always trying to be like an early bird, because I want to wake up very early in the morning and like kind of be more productive, but it's just not my style. And what time do you wake up and other things in your daily life? So like let's talk about my daily routines like a bit. I usually go to bed at like 3 or 4 or sometimes 5, sometimes 7. Like I am like literally a night person. I feel more productive nights, and I'm gonna show you like now it's 12, no, not 12, 2:14 a.m., and I'm still up, and then I wake up around 2 p.m. or sometimes at 3.
Bed is late. Bed is like midnight, 1.
And then I give feedback like let's say do everything that I have to do, and like how much time do I spend studying English? Like these days I don't really study, like I study nothing, because I think I'm pretty occupied with my work. Normally I study around like maybe 1 or 2 hours a day. As I'm a huge fan of your channel, I want to know all of yours. You're my admirer one. Thank you. I'm just so happy to know that there are people who watch my videos like regularly. I feel like it's worth putting efforts into, because I do put a lot of efforts into like making videos and like creating content. So when you watch my content, when you watch my videos or like consume my content regularly, it means a lot to me. Yeah. So what is your nearest plan or dream? You're genuinely stubborn. Yeah, my nearest plan is to come up with a course, like a new course, which is aimed at helping beginner students, like students at the beginner level. How do you overcome the tiredness between your actions for your dreams and your personal obligations? I love you. Hope your channel grows massively. Thank you. So, okay, let's talk about the tiredness. I think it's very important for us like to give ourselves enough time to immerse ourselves in activities that we relish. When we feel like taking a break or taking a rest, I think we should allow ourselves to take a break, because I've learned something new recently, which is called like productivity guilt. Basically, like you feel guilty when you're not productive, when you're not doing anything like related to work or school, or when you're not getting things done, and then you feel like when you're not doing anything beneficial, and then you feel guilty. Like I also used to feel like that, and I used to hesitate to give myself like enough time to rest, so, and that's why like now I do focus on my happiness. You know, I do focus on my mental, not only physical, but also like mental well-being, because I think it's important. So I always give myself enough time to kind of again like enjoy my life. So I think what I usually do to overcome the tiredness is singing. Like, you know, I do love singing, and like I usually sing along to like the karaoke songs that I like.
Reuse, that was our place. I found it first. I made the jokes you tell to her when she's with you. Do you get deja vu when she's with you?
And yeah, it literally reduces my stress a lot. So I'd say singing, yeah. And then the next question. Who's your role model? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What are your hobbies? So I've already talked about my hobbies, and who is my role model? Again, like I don't have a role model, but I love again Jennifer Aniston. Now, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Again, I've never thought about it, even though it is a very common like interview question. You know, I think in 5 years, I don't know, like. I don't know what the future holds, you know, I don't know what the future prepares for me. But in 5 years, I want to see myself happy and content with my life. Just enjoying like my life just the way it is, instead of like worrying about the future or thinking about unnecessary stuff that literally like kind of bothers me. Yeah. Let's move on to the next question. I'm gonna answer this question in Burmese. ကျောင်းသားဘဝကဘယ်လိုပုံစံနေဖြစ်ခဲ့တယ်ဘယ်လိုဘဝကိုစူးစမ်းရုန်းကန်ခဲ့လဲဆိုတာသိချင်ပါတယ်တဲ့ဆိုတော့ယဒီကအခုချိန်ကြီးလဲကျောင်းသူပဲပေါ့နော်ယဒီကကျောင်းမပြီးသေးဘူးဆိုတော့ဘဝဘယ်လိုစူးစမ်းပြီးရုန်းကန်လဲဆိုတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးစူးစမ်းပြီးရုန်းကန်တယ်ဆိုတာအထက်ပေါ့နော်ရုန်းကန်တာကလည်းဘဝရဲ့အစိတ်ပိုင်းတွေကတစ်ခုပဲဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်အခုချိန်ထိလဲဒါရုန်းကန်နေရမှာပဲနောက်လဲရုန်းကန်နေရမှာပဲပေါ့နော်ဒါပေမဲ့ယဒီကကျတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးအရင်တော့ဖြစ်ချင်တာဘာမှမသိခဲ့တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်မို့လို့ဘာမှမလုပ်ခဲ့ဘူးပေါ့ဘာမှအရင်မစူးစမ်းခဲ့ဆိုပေမဲ့အခုကတော့ဖြစ်ချင်တဲ့ဟာအသိနေရဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်အဲ့ဒါကိုတော့ရအောင်လုပ်မယ်ဆိုတဲ့စိတ်နဲ့တော့ကိုယ်စွမ်းညံစွမ်းရှိသလောက်ထည့်ပြီးတော့လုပ်တယ်ပေါ့နော်ဒါကတော့ယဒီရဲ့ပုံစံပါပဲဟုတ် That is all for today because there's no more questions left. And thank you so much for asking me a lot of questions. I did really enjoy answering all of them. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video and comment if you want to. So yeah.